uongo mbali, rushwa mbali sana. Tuna nia na sababu na uwezo, mbinu pia, tuungane sote, ufisadi uishe.
The nation of Kenya is well endowed with a strong, beautiful people and abundant resources. We have always strived to achieve greater, push further, and do better. The momentum gained from all these positive endeavors has been watered down steadily since independence, as a result of corrupt activities hampering the growth and prosperity so promised to all Kenyans. Given the pervasive nature of corruption in our society, its malignant effect is well felt at all levels of society. But shall we give in to this monster that threatens our very existence? No. Where there is a will, there is a way.
And we have made it very clear that corruption cannot and will not be tolerated. And the reasons could not be clearer. Corruption directly threatens Kenya's future, as it denies our children the education they deserve, it denies Kenyans the public goods that their hard work has earned them, and it also degrades the quality of our government, as well as erodes investor confidence.
The Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission is at the forefront in the fight against corruption.
Eacc has a long history. It started with Kenya Anti-Corruption Authority in the 90s under President Moi's tenure. It evolved to various other stages under the Kenya Anti-Corruption Commission under President Kibaki's term, and after the era of the new Constitution of 2010, the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission. Now in 2011, the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission Act was enacted, which now gives it fully operational picture and map as we are today.
The enactment or establishment of an independent constitutional commission to fight corruption was key, or one of the major highlights of the 2010 constitution, in that now we have a body established by the constitution to deal with the challenge that the country is facing of corruption.
Consisting of a team of commissioners and a secretariat, the EACC is structured in a way that brings the utmost expertise to the forefront of the war against corruption.
So the commissioners are there to provide policy and strategy and overall oversight of the work. The secretariats are professionals who then enter the work and do their professional work to the best of their performance.
We are split into two sections, the technical section or operational section and the support or corporate services section.
We have all manner of skills in the commissions. All professionals are represented, and all these are spread across the commission in the various regional offices and departments. We have 10 regional offices, and we also have presence in all Huduma centers in the country.
EACC has established regional offices in Mombasa, Malindi, Machakos, Garissa, Isiolo, Nyeri, Nakuru, Kisumu, Kisii, and Eldoret. It also has satellite offices in the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport and at the border town of Malaba. Plans are underway to open more offices across the country. Knowledge is power. The more we know about our available resources, the better we can fight together for ultimate success. Consider this. In the period 2013 to 2018, EACC was able to recover and avert loss through disruption of corruption networks. These assets are valued over 20.5 billion shillings.
For example, in Mombasa, in 2014, we recovered assets valued at more than 2.5 billion Kenya shillings. One of them was or is the Uhuru Gardens in Mombasa, the public park. There was also that beach access at Nyali, the Pirates one. So there are many others.
The Commission has succeeded in having 38 convictions out of the 47 corruption cases presented in court in 2018.
The case famously known as the wheelbarrow scandal case. It involved officers of Bungoma County, and they were charged with willful failure to comply with the law related to management of public funds.
A further 352 cases on asset recovery are pending in court, awaiting determination. The assets involved are worth 10.964 billion shillings. Eacc is committed to ensuring that this war against corruption is won and public resources are protected. The war against corruption is gaining momentum.
We were invited by ethics and anti-corruption personnel to visit Karatina police station, and then they showed us this portion of land here, told us that it belongs to Karatina police station, and they have invited the Inspector General to come over to Karatina so that they can hand over the documents and all other information that pertains to this land, which was initially grabbed by people.
The Commission has recovered other assets too. These include the Grand Regency Hotel, over 18 houses in Woodley Estate, judiciary land at the Milimani Law Court, Nairobi, Mayor's House in Lavington, land belonging to Kenya Railways in Kisumu, parcels of land in Milimani in Kisumu, Taifa Park in Kisumu, land in Kakamega Milimani area meant for government houses. What's more, the Commission is working in collaboration with foreign governments to counter any attempts to hide corruption proceeds outside Kenya.
I am indeed glad to be presiding over this ceremony. The handover of 7 ambulances purchased with monies repatriated, as we have been told, from the successful prosecution of the Smith and Usman case in the United Kingdom. This repatriation of proceeds of corruption arising from the Smith and Usman case, I believe, is a significant step taken to ensure that corruption does not pay and that the corrupt will not enjoy proceeds of their crime.
All this is as a result of the specialized techniques employed by the Eacc to fight corruption.
They have developed various codes of conduct for ministries, for departments, and for counties. They have gone out there to bring systems analysis to strengthen the structures of ministries, of counties.
We have undertaken a number of systems reviews. Recently, we just completed one on the pricing of medical medicines, drugs, basically in all public hospitals. Others we have done the one for education. We focused on the utilization, disbursement and utilization of free primary education funds.
It is important for state officers to sign and commit to the Leadership of Integrity Code. By signing and committing to the oath of office, it is a promise to the people of Kenya that the decisions they make in terms of management of resources, in terms of decisions that they make, are actually to the public interest.
Where we establish that monies have been obtained or persons have obtained a benefit, we do quickly go to court to preserve those assets while the investigations are going on.
We are currently automating all the ethics and leadership processes. specifically the self-declaration, the wealth declaration, and the foreign bank accounts module.
We have other strategies like education, which is public education and awareness. It's a very critical strategy for fighting corruption, which again is informed by the law.
At the school level, Eacc has programs that get students to support the war. And the way it does this is by investing in the formation of integrity clubs.
It has not been easy, with the Commission facing numerous challenges along the way.
If evidence is required from outside the country and you are relying on that evidence, it may take longer than you anticipated. And for you to get evidence from that particular country, there is a process which is not within our control.
Tribalizing corruption. When somebody is, caught, he or she runs to tribal and ethnic background. That now, changes the whole scenario of the fight. What was really an evil activity is turned into a witch hunt.
Investigations has very technical, specialized skills that we require, and they are not very easy to retain. So the retention rate of our staff is one of the challenges that we are trying to manage. And of course that is tied to also remuneration.
If you don't present the evidence properly and I begin making interventions, you will get that I'm being accused of bias, I'm being accused of this, simply because you have not done what you are required to do.
Right now, the matters that are coming are either investigated by the Ethics and Anti-Corruption or the DCI, that's the Director of Criminal Investigation. So if these agencies would be left to do their work without any interference, we shall play our role.
It is time to change the narrative. The public too must join in the fight against corruption and impropriety. This fight belongs to us all. The Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission invites every citizen to join in this noble endeavor.
If you are a good individual and what you practice is in that integrity-led, desirous way, then you are fighting corruption, you are forestalling problems, and you are building a clean society.
The most important thing is that each and every person, irrespective of your position, we have a part to play.
Our appeal, for example, at the Commission, is to change the narrative where people say it is Eacc to fight corruption or other institutions of government. Our appeal is that we change that narrative and say the war on corruption is the war for all of us.
For Kenyans, we have an important role to play. When we fear coming to court to testify, it means we are saying we don't want that case to proceed, we don't want that conviction we are yearning for.
Eacc is only leading, but we all must support Eacc in the fight against corruption through our actions and through our behavior.
We need a very constant and objectively support from the grassroots, from all type of leaders. And when you say leaders, not only politicians, even religious leaders.
The fight against corruption is for all of us. People should take responsibility of their own departments. When you realize there's something going on in your own department, you should take charge.
Tuungane sisi wote na tuondoe ufisadi Kenya. That's my appeal to everybody.
EACC, tuangamize ufisadi, tuijenge Kenya.
Kenya yangu naipenda, nachukia ufisadi, waharibu nchi yetu, tuangamize ufisadi. Kenya yangu naipenda, nachukia ufisadi, waharibu nchi yetu, tuangamize